Welcome back to another episode of Buzzworthy Businesses, where we highlight leaders who are making a big impact both locally and nationwide. I'm Morgan Yonge, and today I'm joined by, of course, my wonderful co-host, David Permenter
Nice
from Generation Media. Thank you, I practiced.
Great to be here.
Yes, it's awesome. I love having you here.
Likewise.
And we have a very special guest today, Mr. Mike Jones with Universal Design Solutions. Mike, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for being here. So tell us a little bit about Universal Design Solutions and how you got started.
Well, Universal Design Solutions, we are residential remodelers with the goal of making homes more accessible and safer for people with disabilities or who are aging in place to live in. We will go in and do all kinds of remodels, from bathrooms, probably our number one area because it's the number one problem area in the home. But we do kitchens, we do solid flooring, that type of stuff. Carpets are very hard on wheelchairs and stuff, or vice versa. But we also go in and we install various types of medical equipment, from stair lifts, bathtub lifts, ramp systems, that type of thing, all the way up to ceiling-mounted patient lifts to get people out of their beds on their own.
Yeah.
You were in the Navy.
I was in the Navy.
We thank you for your service, first
Thank
and
you.
foremost, but how did you end up where you are today?
I got here roundabout. I came out of the Navy, ran electric utilities for a number of decades, and I was getting ready to go into the next chapter of my life. Was working on becoming a business broker to buy and sell businesses, and ended up falling in love with one of the businesses that we had listed, and ended up buying the business instead of becoming a broker.
Wow. You never know when you confront someone new, you meet someone new, or an opportunity presents itself, how your life can pivot in an instant.
Oh, yeah.
It can.
Sometimes you just don't see it coming.
And you have to be able to take advantage of those opportunities when they come.
And still using that engineering brain, which is amazing. So tell us, we were talking a little bit offset about how you are changing these people's lives and making living day to day more accessible. Will you share that?
Absolutely. We have clients at all different places in their lives and stuff, but we were talking earlier about, we have a couple clients that are totally paralyzed from central back down. They live alone. They have no caregivers or anything. With the equipment and stuff that we've put in their house, the modifications we've done to their house, they can get themselves up in the morning, they can get in their wheelchair, they can roll into the shower and take a shower, they can get dressed, they go out, cook their meal, and load themselves up in their vehicle and go to work.
Mind-blowing.
Life-changing.
Yes.
Truly.
Yeah, absolutely. That is awesome.
Well, thank you.
That is awesome. So you're making a big impact on our society.
We try to, yes.
You know, where would these people's lives have gone otherwise without these benefits?
Yes.
A rhetorical question.
Well, and in the past, most of them were institutionalized. Mm-hmm. They ended up in a home. They ended up in that type of setting. One of our large grant providers is the Veterans Administration. And they know that for what they put into a home, and they put a lot into a home to make it accessible, it costs a fraction of what it costs for 1 year in an institution. Mm-hmm. About half of 1 year's stay in an institution to upgrade the home so that people can stay. And most people would rather stay in their own home anyway.
Oh,
It's a matter of dignity as well.
Absolutely, yes.
And speaking of these institutionalized partners, you have other partners. Will you share a little bit about that?
Yes, one of the things that makes us different from most contractors is we work with a lot of the different government agencies that provide grants. Agency for Persons with Disabilities, Florida Brain and Spinal, Vocational Rehab, which is part of the Department of Education, trying to solve problems in the home so people can go back to work. Mm-hmm. And then, like I said earlier, the Veterans Administration is probably our largest grant provider, and they're out there helping disabled veterans throughout our area live in a better environment at home and be able to stay at home.
Amazing.
It is awesome what you do.
Thank you.
Our society should be grateful.
Truly.
Are there many others that do what you do?
There are not a lot. We frequently are the sole bidder on projects. We occasionally have a couple other companies that get involved. Vocational Rehab has told me that they have 6 providers statewide.
Well, okay.
So there's not a lot.
Yeah.
Well, what a fantastic business you've gotten into, and
Well, thank
you get
you.
to help so many people. So thank you for all you're doing.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And viewers, you heard it here. If you know someone who is disabled or who is figuring it out in the hospitals, you know who to reach out to. Mr. Mike Jones over here. He's going to help you figure out the proper solution for your home and making it the most accessible. And all of his info is in thedailynewsnetwork.com, so you can find it right there. We'll see you in the next episode of Buzzworthy Businesses.